Today's topic is about progressions. Actually, what is a progression? A progression is nothing but list of terms. In this terms, nothing but list of numbers or alphabets or articles or whatever. Just a list of terms is said to be a progression, or is also called as a sequence. So, in this progression, means in the list of the terms, if the list is following certain property, means suppose if I consider, let us see here 2, 5, 8, 11 and so on. Is it a list of the terms or not? Yes, obviously list. In this, if the list is following certain property, nothing but, if you observe, the difference between each of the every term is what? 2 to 5, 5 to 8, 8 to 11. The difference is what? How much it is? 3. Means in this, each number is obtained by adding a fixed number to its preceding term. Each number is obtained by adding a fixed number to its preceding term except the first term. Because there is no other term to its preceding, that's except the first term. Such type of progression is said to be a arithmetic progression. What is that? Arithmetic progression. Means in a progression, if it is based upon adding, okay na, addition of the terms, then that is defined as arithmetic progression. Suppose if you have like some other one, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. If you have like this, in this if you observe, the next term is obtained by how? 2 to 4, 4 to 8. How it is obtained if you observe? 2 into 2, no? 4 into 2, 8 into 2, 16 into 2, like that. This type of progression is said to be geometric progression. Is said to be a geometric progression. How it will be defined means, in a list of the terms, the succeeding terms means the next terms are obtained by multiplying by a fixed number to its preceding term. To its preceding, it means in this case multiplication to its preceding term except the first term, that is said to be a geometric progression. So in this chapter we are going to learn about these two types of progressions, arithmetic progression and geometric progression. Coming to arithmetic progression, generally progression is nothing but list of the terms. So those terms if I name, it is first term, it is second, it is third, like that. First term is denoted with A1, second with A2, third with A3, fourth with A4 and so on, like that. If we define, like that we will get certain list of the terms. In that already we said that each number is obtained by adding a fixed number to its preceding term. Then what is that fixed number means? That fixed number is said to be common difference. Common difference, we denote it with small d, difference. That's why the arithmetic progression, if we denote the list of the terms with A1, A2, A3, A4, then we can say first term with A and the difference with D, then the standard form we can give, first one is A, then except to A, except to first term, remaining terms added, means obtained by added, nothing but that added is what? Fixed difference, A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, because first term, next second term if you add common difference, fixed difference, to this if you add plus D, you will get D plus D, 2D, A plus 2D. If you add one more D, A plus 2D plus D, A plus 3D. Like that you will get list of the term. This is said to be a standard form of arithmetic progression. Like that, at certain position, last term or certain nth term is defined by A plus n minus 1 of D. Means it is A2, A plus 1D, A3, A plus 2D, A4, A plus 3D, means 1 less, 3 minus 1, 2, 4 minus 1, 3, like that. It is nth term, A n, nothing but it is said to be A plus 1 less than it, n minus 1 of D, A plus of n minus 1 of D. This is said to be a general term or common term or nth term, like that it can be defined, or sometimes it may be also defined as last term L also. Last term L also. This is a standard form of arithmetic progression. So based upon that nth term A plus n minus 1 of D, we are going to solve the problem. How the problems asked in this chapter mean, they will give certain list of the terms. Suppose example 4, 10, 16, 22 and so on. Then they ask whether the given list of the terms forms an AP, arithmetic progression, shortly read as AP. So whether the list of the terms forms an AP or not. If yes, find two more terms or find next two terms, next three terms, next four terms, like that. So let us see. To check whether it forms or not, you need to consider them as first term is what actually? A1 is 4, A2 is what? 10. Means first term, second term, third term A3, 16, fourth term A4, 20. So to say whether it forms AP or not, we need to check the difference between each and every successive terms. Means here A2 minus A1. What will we get? 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4. How much it is? 6. Next A3 minus A2 is how much? 16 minus 10. 16 minus 10. 6. Next A4 minus A3. What is that? 22 is A4. A3 is 16. What is the result? 6. If you observe, is it same or not? Yes. Means the difference between successive terms is same. Therefore, we can say that A2 minus A1 equals to A3 minus A2 equals to A4 minus A3 is all are same, that they are also equal to 6. Then we can say it as common difference is fixed. Therefore, yes, the given list of the terms forms an AP. Yes. If they ask to find two more terms, two more means already these are 4. Remaining 2 means A5 and A6. So to find that, what we stated A5 means each difference 6, 6. You just directly add. What is that? A4 22 no? Then if you add 6, you will get 28. Next A6 means A5 term is 28 no? Plus 6. That is 30. Or with the help of formula also we can solve it. Okay? Let us see one more problem here. Whether the list of the terms root 3, root 6, root 9, root 12 and so on. Is it forms an AP or not question? Just they are asking, is it forms an AP or not? Important problem this type of the problems. They ask for 1 or 2 marks whether it forms an AP or not. Justify your answer or what is your conclusion, like that they may ask. So to find what I said, first we have to take them as A1, A2, A3, A4. Isn't it no? A1, A2, A3, A4. Then check the difference between them. So A2 minus A1, A2 root 6 minus A1 root 3. Can we take the result? We can't, because these are non-perfect square values. So root 6, root 6, root 3, root 3 means the result is itself root 6 minus root 3. A3 minus A2, next one. A3 root 9, A2 root 6. Here if you observe root 9 means yes, we can take its value from 3 minus root 6. If you observe, are the both same? Don't get confused, they are not same. Here root 6 in the first place and root 3 it is 3. Both are not equal. This is completely different from this. Let us check one more result, A4 minus A3, that is root 12 minus root 9. Root 12, is it a perfect square value? No, again it become root 12 only. Minus root 9 is 3. Or further if you want to reduce root 12 nothing but we can write 12 as 4 into 3. One perfect square, one is non-perfect square. Root 4 value nothing but 2 into root 3 minus 3. If you observe A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, A4 minus A3, these all are different. Means therefore the result what we observed is not equal. A2 minus A1 not equal. A3 minus A2 not equal. A4 minus A3. That is the reason now then we can say no, it doesn't form. It does not form an AP. That is the observation what we have. Why means this is the reason. So to form an AP, the difference between successive terms should be same. Then only we can say that it forms an AP. So let us consider one more problem here. Next problem, whether the list of the term root 2, root 8, root 18, root 32 and so on, is it forms an AP? One more question regarding surds actually. If directly numbers, yes, we can say directly we can easily give the result. If they are this type of the root problem means surds problem means irrational problem, in that case the result so many of the students are confused. So be concentrate. Let us see here same A1 root 2, A2 root 8, A3 30. Let us take the differences. A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, A4 minus A3. If these differences are same, yes, we can say that forms an A. Let us see here. A2 root 8, A1 root 2. Root 8 means these two are non-perfect, but we can write root 8 as root 4 into 2, no, and minus root 4 if it comes out 2 and into root 2 means we can write it as root 4 into root 2, root 4 value 2 into root 2 minus root 2. Or if we take further root 2 common in it, 2 root 2 minus root 2 common, so 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1, 1 into root 2. Simply that result you are getting root 2. Up to that you have to do final simplification. So many of the students they will write up to this and they will do wrong calculation. Suppose next one see A3 minus A2, A3 root 18 minus A2 root 8, A4 root 32 minus A3 root 18. Then they decide that A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, A4 A minus A3, these three are different. They decide themselves as they three are different. But if we solve, if we simplify, we will decide. That's why here also I have simplified. You have to do the simplification up to the last step. Let us see here root 18. Can we write it as root of 9 into 2, no? And minus root 8. Just now only solved here. Root 4 into 2, no? Next, root 9. If 9 comes out, 3 root 2. Minus root 4. That becomes 2 into root 2. If you observe here also directly we can do. How? 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. They are said to be like terms. Means like surds. Like surd. Out of 3 root 2 terms, 2 root 2 terms removed means taken out. Then what will we get? 1 root 2 simply. Or if you take root 2 common, 3 minus 2, 1. 1 into root 2 root. Here also. Out of 2 root 2 terms, 1 root 2 term have taken out. Then you will get 1 more root 2 term. Like that you have. Otherwise just imagine 3x minus 2x. 3x minus 2x. 1x. That x nothing but here what? Root 2. In that way easily we have to do the simplification. Next, root 32. Root of 16 into 2. Root 18. 9 into 2. Root 16. How much it becomes? 4. Root 2 minus 9. 3. Root 2. What will we get? Out of 4 root 2 terms, 3 root 2 terms taken out. 1 more root 2 term. If you observe root 2, root 2, root 2. These all results are same. Means A2 minus A1 equal A3 minus A2 equals A4 minus A3. These all are equals to root 2. To equality to a fixed difference. Therefore, yes, the given list of terms forms an AP. AP will be formed. Okay na? Next problem. See student, which term of the AP means already here they stated it is an AP. They stated themselves which term of the AP. That AP given them as 21, 18, 15 and so on is minus 81. Means which term of this AP is minus 81 in the sense in this list of the terms minus 81 is a term in it, but which term it is? Which term nothing but the position of the term is how much it is. That is the question. In some cases they may ask find some 10th term of the AP. In that way means 10th term is particularly they are asking 10th term. We already stated nth term formula a plus n minus 1 of the nth term or last term. This n indicates position 10th term, 11th term or 20th term means that 10 or 20 like that you have to put here 10 minus 1 9 like that. So here also which term of that AP is minus 81 means this is a term in it. In the sense in this list it has certain position. What is that position we don't know. Suppose if it is in which position A1 first term, A2, A3 like that it is also have certain A suffix some location it has. It is A1, A2, A3 like that it is also A certain value we know that we don't know that. Let us imagine that as AN or just certain position it has. So we need to find that position here. So how can we take it? Here A how much? A1 nothing but 21. Then the difference, common difference how much? Difference between them 18 minus 21. What is that? Minus 2. So if you observe it is a decreasing AP. If it is decreasing AP, its common difference is with negative result. If it is an increasing AP, that is with positive. Suppose if we consider first problem 4, 10, 16 increasing AP, that's why common difference is result positive. but it is decreasing. That's why common difference is negative. Whatever common difference may be take either positive or negative values. Whatever. So here A is 21, D is minus 3, and the main thing is AN is minus 81. So this is a clue. Indirectly we need to take it as AN. Actually AN formula is what? A plus n minus 1 of D is minus 81. Then if we simplify, we will get n value because A already given, n means we need to find which term is position, D already obtained from the problem, minus 81 means AN position, AN also given. What is that given? What is its position? We need to find. A, how much it is? 21 plus n, we have to find minus 1. D is negative, put the bracket, minus 3 equals to minus 81. So 21, if I transpose it to opposite side, because one by one we have to simplify it to get n value. If you transpose it, already we have minus 81 plus 21 become minus 21, and left side simplify by multiplying minus 3 into n, minus 3n, minus into minus plus 3 ones are 3. Next, what is the result here? Here minus 3n, okay. So if you see 1 plus 1, 2, 8 plus 2, 10, both are negative, that's why I am adding here. Result also negative. Now minus 3n equals to minus 102. But we need to find only n. N equals to minus 102 divided by minus 3, because here it is multiplied. If you take transfer divide, minus minus cancel. 3 cube. 3, 3 ja 9. Remainder 1, 1 and 2 become 12. 3, 4 ja. So what is the result? 34. So therefore, n is equals to 34. What does it mean? AN is minus 81. In the sense, A suffix n, what is that? 34 is minus 81. Means therefore here we can say that minus 81 is the how much? 34th term in the given AP. In the given AP. Not everywhere, only in the given AP. So this is the position. How can we find it? Okay. So n. Suppose in some other problem they may ask, check whether minus 81 is a list of the terms of the given AP or not. Okay na? Listen carefully. Check whether, instead of this, check whether minus 81 is a term, list of the terms in the given AP or not. Means same procedure. If n is a perfect and positive integer, means a natural number, yes we can say that. Okay na? Then only we can say that. If you are getting a fraction or decimal, in that case we can say the given minus 81 is does not exist in the given list of the terms. N should be a positive integer, then only we can say that. Means n should be a natural number. So this is the type of the problems they may ask regarding arithmetic progression. Now let us discuss some more problems. Okay students, here one more problem. See, determine the AP. Here they are asking the AP to us. In the previous problem they given AP, but here they are asking the AP whose third term is 5 and seventh term is 9. They are asking by giving these clues. What are they? Third term is 5. Third term in the sense A3 is 5 and seventh term is 9, means A7 is means equal 9. But as per standard form of AP, A3 nothing but A plus 2D equals to 5. Next A7 nothing but A plus 6D, 1 less than it is equals to 9. From these two clues we have to find. If you observe carefully, already we discussed pair of linear equation in two variables. Are these are in the standard form? No? Two variables A and D some constant. A and D some constant. Let us name them as equations 1 and 2. Then to find A or D, if you observe A's coefficient in both equations are same, symbols also same, just do the subtraction. 2 minus 1 difference. So what is that? 2. A plus 6D equals to 9. A plus 2D equals to 5. First equation. Then difference means subtraction we are doing, so symbols will be changed. Minus minus minus. Plus A minus A cancel. 6D minus 2D. What is that? 4D. 9 minus 5. 4. Okay. Then D equal 4 by 4. 4 on the 1. So D is equals to 1. Substitute D equal to 1 in any of the equations. Suppose D equal to 1 in equation 1 I am substituting. Then what it becomes? A plus 2 into D value is what? 1 equals to 5. So A plus 2 on the 2. That 2 if I transpose minus 2. 5 minus 2 is what? 3. Therefore A equals to 3. So finally we got two variables A and D. They are the parameters, main parameters of an AP. So determine the AP. Then we can say that AP is of the form what? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, enough up to this then and so on. Okay na? So A, what we have got? 3. A plus D, A 3 plus D 1. Next A plus 2 into D 1. Next A 3 plus 3 into D 1 and so on like that. Or you may take separately A1, A2 find out, A3 find out, A4 find out, then make a list. Otherwise no problem here also. In this form also we can do 3, 4, 3 plus 2, 2 on the 2 plus 3, 5, then 3 on the 3 plus 3, 6 and so on. That's it. So this is the final form of an AP. Next students, another type. What is that? Find the 20th term from the end of the AP. Important this condition from the end. So this type of the problems are very important. Find the 20th term. If they ask to directly find the 20th term means A20, A plus 19D, we can do like that. But it is different. Is what? From the end of the AP means they have given one AP. In this AP, from the end means in this, from end, 20th term is what? That is the question. Suppose simply they are asking find the 20th term means first, second, third, like that we can take A plus 19D. A we can get and D we will get from the problem, then we can find easily. But here end means from this end means first end means first term become what now? 253. Next second term like that. So in this type of problems, how can we do? So simply remember, if they ask from the end or from the last or reverse of the AP, in that case you just write the given AP in the reverse form. How? What is that? If we write reverse, first term become what? 253 and so on. What will we get? Here 13, 8, 3 means now first term become 250. Okay sir, we will get first term 253. But how can we get D? That is the problem for you. In that case, D nothing but you can find. Here if you do like this, what will we get? It is increasing AP. So 3, 8, 13. Difference how much? 3 plus 8, 8 to 13. 5 times difference. Here the D become reverse means negative you will get. Reverse means negative. How will you get means? You will get D is how much you will get? 3 minus 8, that is nothing but minus. Means if you get here D as 5, directly you will get 5, you just write it as minus 5, that's it. You just remember, if end of the AP means this is the procedure. For the given AP if the D is positive, if you reverse you will get negative. For the given AP if the D is negative, if you reverse you will get positive. Remember that logic. Then directly find A20. So A20, what is the formula? A plus 19D. A how much? 253 plus 19. D how much? Minus 5. In the original one plus 5, but in the reverse we are finding 20. That's why we are taking minus 5. That's it. So 253 plus into minus 19 5 is 95. So take the difference. 3 minus 5 means it become 13 minus 5. 8. 5 become 4. 4 minus 9 means it become 14 again after taking borrow. 14 minus 9 5. And 2 become 1. Therefore A20 is 158. Therefore you have to add. Therefore 158 is the 20th term. But what? From the end of the given AP. What is that of the given AP? 3, 8, 13 and so on. 253. Final statement you have to write in this form. Okay, remember this is the procedure important. From the end means you just remember take D value opposite for the given one and to the obtained one. That's it. Okay. Okay students, here one more type of problem. What is that? How many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? Means in our number system we have single digit numbers, 2-digit numbers, 3-digit numbers, 4-digit like that. In every digit different. Some numbers are divisible by 3, 4, 5, 7 like that. So in that, how many 3-digit numbers are there which are divisible by 7? Actually digit number in the sense from 100 to 99. 100 to 99 in that range, in between 100 and 999. 100 to 999. In between them, how many 7 multiples are there? That is the question actually. The question they may ask in another form. How many 7 multiples are there between 100 and 1000? How many multiples are there, how many divisible by 7. Both questions are with same manner. What is that? Let us discuss. So remember, how many are divisible by 7 or how many multiples are there. In the both cases, this is the process. So to do that, how many 3 digit? Actually 3 digit starts with what? 100. First you take 100. So to find that, first you have to find what is the first 3 digit number divisible by 7, what is the last 3 digit number divisible by 7. First you have to identify those two. So to get first number divisible by 7, first take first 3 digit number is what? 100. Divide with what? 7. So see here, 7 ones are 7. Remainder 3, 0. 7 4s are 28. Remainder 2. So to get first number, you just take the subtraction, means addition between, means add some result. So the difference between divisor and remainder. So this is the process to get first number. What is that? 100 plus 7 minus 2, 5. So what is that? 105. 105 is the first number which is divisible by 7 in the 3 digit numbers. So how we can do? First divide first 3 digit number with what they are asking 7. If they ask 4, take 4. If they ask 5, take 5. Then after getting remainder, you just add the difference between the divisor and remainder to this dividend. So to this 100. 100 plus difference between them. Again in the similar way, to get last number, last 3 digit number is what? 999. Divide with what they are asking 7. So 7 ones are 7. So 9 minus 7, 2. Then next digit 9. 7 4s are 28. 1. Next digit is 9. 7 2s are 14. Remainder 5. So remainder 5. In this case, to get the last number, here it is to get the first number. To get the last number, directly subtract the remainder from this dividend. Direct. Okay na? So what will we get? 9 minus 5, 4. So 994. If you have doubt, you can check these two whether they are divisible by 7 or not. So remember, if they ask for any number, for any digit range, this is the procedure to get first number. Add the difference between divisor and remainder to this dividend, and here subtract the remainder from the dividend to get first and last. If you get first and last, how can we get remaining? Means you know they are asking with range 7 multiples. Means the AP directly we can take. What is that? Or AP or not, or simply list suppose. What is that? First 105. What is that? Last one 994. Then what are remaining? Means 7 multiples. So difference is what? 7. 105 plus 7. 112 plus 7. 119 and so on. That's it. So this is a list now. Now whether verify, is it list forms AP or not? Let us verify. So if you take, it is A1, A2. Suppose A2 minus A1. So 112 minus 105. 7. Next A3 minus A2. 119 minus 112. 7. So obviously they forms AP because they are multiples of 7. So we can say that here the list forms an AP. It forms an AP with a common difference D equal to 7 and A equal to 105. Then what they are asking? How many are there? How many are there mean, if you see, it is first one, second one, third one, like that if you go on, this is last already known. Means if you find its position like second, third, if you find its position, then we can say that the position is nothing but there are number of such terms we have. So nothing but here we need to find its position. Means you just take it as AN is equals to 994, or we can also take it as last term also because it is the last term in it. So last term or AN both are same as per the formula. What is that formula? A plus n minus 1 of D is equals to 994. So A, do you know? Yes, 105. D, yes, 7. N we need to find. So let us substitute here. So let us substitute here. A value, how much it is? 105 equals to, so let us substitute in this the obtained results. A 105, so 105 plus n, we don't know, we need to find n minus 1 as b into D, how much it is? 7. So nothing but put a bracket because it is multiplied, equal AN nothing but last term, L nothing but 994. So let us simplify. 105 transpose to opposite side, 994. So minus 105. Then multiply 7 into n, 7n minus 7 was 7. So 7n, here the result is what? 4 minus 5 means 4 nothing but 14. Because of the borrow, it become 9. Because 14 minus 5, 9. 9 become 8. 8 minus 0, 8 and a 9, 9. So minus 7 if I transpose, it become plus 7 in the next step. So 7n equals to 9 plus 7, 16. 1 plus 8, 9. And it become what? 9. Now we need to find only n. N equal 996 divided by 7. 7 1 ja 7, 29. 7 4 ja 28. Next. So if you do simplification, 7n minus 7 equals to, if you take the difference, 14 minus 5, 9. 8 minus 0, 8. Because after taking borrow, here become 9 minus 1, 8. Actually 8, 89. Then transpose minus 7 to opposite side, 8, 89 plus 7. So see here, 9 plus 7, 16, 1 plus 8, 9 and it is 8. 7n equal to 896. We need to find here n equal 896. Here 7 is multiplying. If you take opposite side, divide 7. 1 ja 7. Remainder 1. 1 and 9, 19. 7 2 ja 14. 19 minus 14. 5 remainder. 5 and 6, 56. 7 8 ja 56. So what is that? 128. Means therefore the value of n is 128. N nothing but position of 994. Nothing but 994 is the last one. Means therefore a suffix n is equals to a128 equals to 994. Therefore we can say that in the range of 100 to 1000 there are how many? 128 multiples of 7 are there. So this is the procedure. So remember, to find the 3-digit number or 4-digit number or multiples, this is the procedure to find first number, to find the last number. If we get first and last, with that difference we can get D. Then we can find that position, nothing but that number of terms will be there in the given list of the AP. So these all are the types of the problems in the AP based upon only common term or general term a plus n minus 1 of D. In the next class we will get into another topic. Thank you students. Do concentration and do the more practice on it.